The pioneer of our sports department was the late, great John Fitzgerald. He started in 1950, back in the WXEL days, just a year after the start of the station itself. He went on to become sports director and retired in 1983. Channel 8 first broadcast Browns games in 1956. Back then, we were a CBS affiliate, and the network had TV broadcast rights. All Browns games aired exclusively on Channel 8 for 13 years. In fact, that's the reason Dick Goddard ended up at Fox 8. He was the Browns' stats man from 1966 to 2011.
The scene is set for the play of the day.
That's the one-time voice of the Browns and TV8 sportscaster Ken Coleman. Here he is in 1964, when Lou Groza became the first field goal kicker to perform in 8 title games.
Bobby Boyd sticks to Gary Collins like a wet shirt, but the lanky flanker makes an impossible catch for an implausible finish to an unbelievable game. The Browns have accomplished what the experts said could not be done. The finest all-around effort in the club's history makes the Cleveland Browns worthy wearers of football's World's Championship.
You came to know the Coleman name well. Ken's son Casey became the main sports anchor from 1984 to 96, winning 4 Emmys in that time. One of his claims to fame?
We are going to show you what a week in the life of Bill Belichick is like, besides exhausting.
In December of 1992, Casey spent a week embedded with Bill Belichick's Browns as they prepared for a rematch with the Bengals. Casey and Bill developed a deep friendship. In fact, they were so close, when Bill Belichick cut Bernie Kosar, Casey received police protection because of threats. And today, the team still practices at the Casey Coleman Fieldhouse in Berea. But let's get back to our timeline.
In sports, Rigney calls it quits and the Indians were shot down by the bird.
In 1974, Jim Mueller left his job as play-by-play commentator for the Miami Hurricanes football team to come to Cleveland, and he took over as the sports director. In November '76, a familiar face joined him as part of the team.
You know, you expect a great game when a pair of top-flight football teams collide.
Fred McLeod became weekend sports anchor, also providing play-by-play commentary for the station's coverage of Cleveland Indians games during the 1979 season.
John Telich on sports.
I came on board in 1980 when Freddie left for San Francisco. Growing up in Euclid, I was always honored to be Cleveland's own.
Say hello to our living legend, the great John Telich.
Hi, guys. Good to be with you. Of course.
So much so, I'm still a part of the team, even a couple of years after I retired.
In sports, again, the Green Jacket will travel overseas.
Vince Cellini joined the WJW team in 1982 and stayed until '89 when he joined CNN Sports. Next came a couple of names you're sure to remember.
Cavaliers here in Boston.
And Dan Coughlin is joining us now with sports.
Our good friend Danny Coughlin made the switch from print to television in 1983. He remained the commissioner of Friday Night Touchdown until we lost him last month. Then it was the Casey era. We already covered that.
Mark Schrader, Sports.
And who can forget the former John Carroll star, Mark Schrader, longtime producer in sports here, and also the main anchorman during the 8 is News era.
It is showdown night with Tag Team Sports, everybody.
Next up, my buddy Tony Rizzo. He joined the team in 1997. For a time, we were Tag Team Sports. His antics continued until 2010.
Hip, hip, hop and you don't stop to rock it to the bang, bang. Boogie say up, jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat.
He left for radio and later returned to host The Rizzo Show on Sunday nights.
Okay, we're here at North Olmsted High School for one of the best tailgates in Northeast Ohio.
Continuing with our Hall of Fame, for a year and a half, Allie LaForce joined the team before going national.
Hey guys, a lot of excitement here at Progressive Field as we get ready for Game 3.
And Andre Knott joined us as a contributor in 2019. That brings us to your current team: Ken Carman, P.J. Ziegler, and John Sable. We're in the 28th season of our award-winning Friday Night Touchdown.
You could see the smile getting in my face.
And Bernie Kosar joins Sunday mornings for Orange and Brown Countdown. That covers the people. Let's cover the stories. Say what you want about Cleveland sports.
Fumble the ball, and Denver has recovered. Oh, my.
But when we win big. 2016, when LeBron James helped lead the Cavaliers to a championship.
What a way for the Cavaliers to break the so-called jinx, the drought of 52 years, by coming back from that 3-1 deficit and winning on the opponent's home court. Amazing accomplishment.
Even when we don't win,
to our special coverage of the day that Cleveland celebrates the 1995 Cleveland Indians.
the city celebrates, like the 1995 World Series. The then Indians lost to the Braves, but 50,000 fans gathered to cheer on their heroes.
You guys are the greatest fans in the world.
Through the years, we've come up with some fun ways to cover stories, like when Bengals coach Marvin Lewis called Browns quarterback Johnny Manziel a derogatory term.
You got to go defend the offense. You don't defend the player.
And
particularly a midget.
So we sent Little John to Cincinnati to ask some big questions.
Hey, Coach, based on the height difference of Hoyer and Manziel, how has your defensive approach changed for Sunday's game?
And looking at the 130-some plays that Johnny had this preseason and the plays he had against the Bills this year, going back and looking at our time spent evaluating him in the draft.
75 years of WJW, 74 of the sports department, a lifetime of memories. John Telich, Fox 8 Sports.